So for the Huskie Area Rapid Transit project, you're going to need to get some map data organized. So if you just go to Google Maps, you can up here type in one of your destinations. I'm just going to choose Silverwood Park, and there you go. Up pops that location. Then I can choose directions, and uh, once it gives me that next spot, I can enter in that location. So now it says choose your starting point. Well, I want Silverwood Park to be the starting point, so I'm just going to click that. Silverwood Park is like the first stop, and then I'm going to choose another destination. I'm going to choose Silver Lake Driving School. It's just a little ways away from that. And so it will then show us those spots from here over to there. It gives us that. I can then add another destination. Um, I'm just choosing things at random. But if I choose Starbucks, have better coffee than Caribou. Don't care what you think. That's simply the truth. So if I choose those three spots, then it has that stuff set up there. For some reason, it thinks I'm walking that. That would surely be better for me, but that's not what I'm doing. So I'm going back up here, changing from walking to driving, and then it's got my starting point. It's got the path up to the driving school. It's got me leaving the school, driving school, going to Starbucks. It's got all of that data there. One of the neat things we can do is click on this little options tab, and we can change distance units from miles to kilometers, and just do that. Things are easier that way. um, you're going to right now I have three stops. You have to have closer to, I think we said 6 to 10, something like that. So you can keep on adding these destinations, and as you do, it'll put a little dot on each stop. And then if we click the details button here, it tells us how far it is from our first stop to our second stop. Then it tells us how far it is for the different turns, and we'll have to kind of be careful for what's a turn and what's a stop. But it gives us all of that information here. So I guess this information is all that we'd have to total all of that up to find the distance traveled to get to Silver Lake Driving School. And then to get to Starbucks from there, we would have to fall to add up all of those positions, all of those distances to get the distance traveled to Starbucks. So that information should be usable for what you're doing. You should be able to get the distances traveled for all of those spots. They also they also end up telling you the time, the time from one spot to the next. You see over here, maybe we'll scroll up to this first one. So Silverwood Park to Silver Lake Driving School tells us it's 3 minutes. So you can then take that and throw that into the Google and find out how many seconds that is. We'd have our distance in kilometers, our time in seconds. So from this Google Map thing, you can get the distances and the time. Then to get the map, that you're going to end up inserting a map of your bus route into the document, into the slideshow. And we may as well just use this, right? This is the smoothest thing we've got there. If you're doing this on a computer at home, on a full laptop, a Windows or Mac laptop, you probably know how to do a screenshot. If you're using a Chromebook, sometimes that's a less frequently used thing on Chromebooks. But there's this keyboard shortcut. If you hit Control Shift, and then this is supposed to be a little function tool that lets you switch from one window to the other to another. So if you hit Control Shift and then click on this, it will shade the screen so you are able to select a portion of the screen to copy. On my computer, that does it a little bit differently. Um, but once you have it and you have the entire route on your screen, you can simply copy paste that or screenshot that and then save it. If you're using a Chromebook, it gives you a default location to save things to.